Hello everyone, please confirm if I am audible. Please confirm, guys, if I am audible. Okay. Yeah. Now I'll be taking the questions. So this particular, I first I'll introduce what we are going to do in this session. Welcome everyone, and in this particular session, we are going to talk only about the SEBI Phase 2 IT. Okay, and all those students who are having any kind of query, small or big, any kind of doubt, they can just clear it at this point of time because then it will be only 24 days which are left for the exam. Okay, so please do not have any kind of confusion in your head. Do clear it with me in this particular session. So start taking the live chat question. And now, how strict will be the correction of descriptive English paper? So, Anjan, it's not about a strictness or something. There are set of rules which are followed to check the descriptive English paper, and those will be only followed, like grammar, spelling, punctuations, and the length of the sentences. These are some of the things which are taken into consideration. How you're going to frame the sentence, how much it is making sense. So, a lot of things. The entire cumulative thing will be there. It will not be strict or it will not be easy, like lenient. It will be as per the set defined rules. Okay. So thank you, Jennifer, for your compliments. I hope I'll be helping you out with your doubts. So for the results, you can expect the results till 10th of September, maximum 10th of September. Definitely the results will be before that, but we are going to take the last date as 10th of September as of now. Otherwise, you can expect the result in the next first week of the September. This is one of the thing. Um, yeah, I think chat section is clear as of now. Okay. So, ma'am, it is necessary to prepare for two programming languages or phase two? No, it is not necessary to prepare for two programming language. You can stick to only one programming language and you can just make your way out from there. There is no need to learn more than one language if you are confident enough in one. Okay, if you are very like you are coding in that language from past many years and then you want to take any kind of language in backup, then definitely you can have that thing. But apart from that thing, there is no need to spend time on two different language. Rather, you spend time in different type of problems. C++, versus Python versus Java. So there is never this versus this versus this. This particular language selection work with two filters. First one is like, have you read any of these language in your past? First thing. The second thing is like, if you haven't read anything, then the which is difficult and which is easy. So if you haven't read anything in the past, then Python is going to help you a lot. If you have read any language in the past and you are like, I want to get back to the language, it is just a personal orientation of the what I'll say, personal orientation towards a particular language, that which language we actually want to have. Okay, it has nothing to deal with this versus this. But if I talk about the difficulty, definitely Python is easier than Java, and then C++ is most difficult among all the three. What to choose for DSA, C++, or Java? So again, these two are same. Whichever you want to have, these both are oops things. And but if you want to closely relate yourself to DSA, then C++ will be better because there you have the access to the pointers. So pointers make sometimes life very easy and sometimes they life very difficult. So if you are competent enough, if you have handled C++ in past, then definitely it will be a very good thing. So Jennifer, you think DSA will be very basic level from analysis of phase one? No, you cannot predict SEBI's level from phase one. The level of phase one and phase two are very different because level two is itself a descriptive, that is coding. They are not going to provide you any hint. In phase one, you have four options in which you know that only one will be correct. Okay, so the difficulty level is not the same in phase one and phase two. Phase two is going to give you many surprises, and on top of it, the major surprise will be the environment itself. Okay, so parekshak is the like a main hurdle in the room which you have to address at this point of time. Is it too early to say SEBI 2023 IT recruitment possibility? It's not too early. It is a possibility, and we cannot deny that as well. It may happen that if there are any seat which are vacant for this 2022 notification, then they might get that thing into the backlog and they can release the 2023 recruitment. Okay, for IT as well. So it's just about the thing because they have released it yet for this particular year and taking the backlog. So if there is any backlog this year and if they are going to release it very early in 2023, you might expect the backlog vacancies, if any. Otherwise, I don't think so. But it may also happen because SEBI is not going to conduct the things separately because phase one is anyhow same for every people. Okay, so that is one of the things. So it's upon SEBI whether they want to continue this pattern where they are going to release IT specifically, like separately, and other combinedly, or they want to stick back to the previous approach where they used to recruit and give the notification for all the things together. Ma'am, is it possible to crack phase two if someone is not used to programming? See, again, I'm saying it is not like it is possible or it is not possible. If you practice and if you prepare in a right direction, it can happen. There is nothing like it will not happen. Again, you have to get only 40% there, okay, and aggregate is 50%. So now the thing is in the room is like English descriptive and this coding, these two are not having the equal weightage, so we cannot say yeah, that if we get 40 out of 100 in phase this coding paper and we get something 30 or 30 there in the English descriptive, we will be able to survive. No, because then we will be not able to meet the 50% aggregate thing, and to meet that 50% aggregate thing we have to keep the programming concept numbers higher, like a high stake on that thing, because it is 1 by 3, sorry, 1 2 by 3, and the English descriptive is 1 by 3. So this is also one of the things. It is actually a process. You cannot say that you cannot clear it. You can clear it. Then if you are not good enough, then you do not have to be a master of it. Okay, what you have to do, then you have to pick up the topics, you have to pick up certain questions, and you just practice, and in the exam try to make at least 50% of the code happening. Okay, then it will give you a very good result. After that thing, when the result of phase one, again I'm saying you can expect it in the first week or till 10th of September. What all are the which topics to prepare for phase two string and oops enough? No, nothing is enough and nothing is less. So what you have to do, first you have to see the syllabus. The syllabus is having the DSA, the algorithm, the string, and the oops concepts. So oops concepts, if you are learning C++ or Java, they are automatically covered. They have just explicitly written it. The type of questions which will be framed, they will be different, but at the end oops concepts, you all know what all the oops concepts are there. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to practice certain type of questions which actually specify into the category of oops. After that thing, then string manipulation, data structure, and algorithm are there. So at the end, what I'll say, there the question will not be like it is totally dedicated to data structure or totally dedicated to string manipulation. The question will be mixed. The question can come in a mixed manner. So in that particular scenario, you should be aware of all the topics which are there in the syllabus. Okay, there is not, the only thing that is enough is like 6 to 10 codes daily, depending upon the difficulty level. Minimum 6 codes daily. What are the topics to cover in string manipulation? Can you give the list? So Weber will come out with the list of certain amount, like certain amount of questions, and under the inside every topic, which all things you need to cover. That will be a detailed discussion that what you need to cover in a particular thing. But if I have to give you a glimpse, string manipulation, anything that you can do with the strings, like reversing the string, concatenating it, making some special pattern out of it, or identifying some special pattern, or in between you can have some algorithm and in between you are doing the string manipulation. So there can be n number of variations. You just need to play around with the strings, and that will be helping you in the string manipulation. Descriptive English result declared with the phase one result, I think it will be little late, not with the phase one. Then make a video on important questions. So it is the on our bucket list, and we are going to do it for phase 2 as well, like we did for the phase 1. But for the phase 2 we'll do it little early, because the marathon that we released for phase 1, that was the last time revision. But if it comes to writing code, you need at least 2 to 3 days of time minimum. So we'll release it before 5 days, the important, very important questions for that thing. Ma'am, from where to practice the question, lead code or geek for geek? So I'll go with lead codes. If you are comfortable more with geek for geeks, it's your personal choice. But I usually prefer lead code, because it offers a very set of diverse questions, and you can just practice them enough. And at the end, you can take the help from the previous year questions and the mocks that we are giving at exam. Now, Webhopant is asking, can you make a list of important 50 questions as early as possible? See, 50 questions when it comes to programming, it's more, not that the thing. Yes, but coming to the topics, I can release the topics that which are, suppose under the string manipulation, what kind of questions you should prefer. So that thing we can do at early as possible. But if it will be coming to the direct question, because a question cannot be written like write a code by this thing, we have to give the input specification, the output specification, and then the set of the range up to which it is applicable. So definitely we are going to come with that list, but not within this week, at least after the phase 1 results. Thank you, Anjay Nayak. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to all. And how many questions to practice from lead code on each topic? So see, it depends upon your personal capability. In which topic you are strong, you can practice less, and in which you are weak, you can practice more. But at least 6 to 10 questions daily, depending upon the difficulty of the questions that you have attempted. Okay, this is one of the things that you need to take care of. And one big announcement for everyone at iXambi, we are coming up with the new like new thing, which is like, if you're going to enroll for SEBI phase 2 with us, if you want to like take forward your journey with us, and if you want to do it before phase 1, like if you get enrolled in our thing before phase 1 result, and if you do not qualify for phase 2, your fees will be refunded, and you will not be forced to continue with the course. But if in any case you get that thing clear, like phase 1, if you are serious that okay, your phase 1 will get clear, then you are getting a huge discount on this particular SEBI grade A IT phase 2. So please do check that thing. This is one of the important announcement, and according to your need, if you do not qualify for phase 2, your money is safe, you will get back your money. But if that particular thing is happening for you, like you are passing the phase 1, and if you continue for phase 2, then you will not be late, you will start early with us. And for this at least 24 days you will be having a good thing, and then for the interview guidance also we are there. Okay. Any DSA lectures, any DSA lecture series. So as of now, there is no specific series on any particular topic will be there. The series, if there will be any, it will be on the questions. We can come with the questions, and we'll discuss the questions, Jennifer. Okay. Anjan Naik is saying, ma'am, descriptive paper, will it be corrected by human or computer? So, if you're talking about English descriptive, definitely the computers are there only, and many times human involvement is also there in order to check the essence of the paper. I'm not so sure about English, but if it comes to coding, it is completely done by the compiler and the computers. The course is not completely on DSA, it is on the entire thing. Okay. The Shrikant Kambol price of that is you can just check on the uh, portal. Okay. Any chance of clearing descriptive English cutoff if one simply attended RC? If you have only attempted RC, then it depends upon your accuracy, how much you went on correct. It's very tough to say because we do not know the accuracy here. We know that okay, only RC is being done, but we do not know any other thing. So Jennifer, we have already covered the concepts by the videos in our course, and people watch the videos and get the understanding. Let's say for any particular approach, let's say divide and conquer or greedy, there are a set of videos. Using that videos, you can just take the help and can understand the approach, and then we are going to practice a lot many questions over that thing. See, understanding the concept is important, but in phase 2, the competition stakes are very high. So what you need to do, you need to practice a lot. It's something, if you feel like, there is one thing that I would like to address from this point of view. People feel like, okay, if they know greedy approach, they are going to apply greedy approach, and the question will come and say that apply greedy approach on me. No, it is not going to happen. There will be a question. Even if you want to solve without any kind of DSA algorithm, DSA thing, if you want to solve it by normal tendency of a human being, how to solve a particular problem, and if you're able to just compile it into a code, like you can just if you're able to just translate into a piece of code, and that code runs successfully, then you are getting it. It is, there is the understanding the algorithms, and this thing is actually a kind of myth. If I give you a question, suppose um, for example, I ask you to write the algorithm how you eat. What are the steps involved in eating? So will you be following that, okay, I have to follow sequential approach, and if I do not know sequential approach, I cannot solve this problem? This is one of the way of thinking, that if I know this kind of approach, then I'll be able to solve this particular problem. Other person who has this problem solving ability will do what? Understand the problem, understand the sample set, look at how the input and output is coming, and then they will solve the particular problem. So even if you're not so much good in DSA techniques, if it comes to the bookish DSA, no problem at all, you can still solve the problems with a normal human problem solving ability. Okay. Yeah, Dishkant, for the comprehensive course, these are included. You do not need to buy it again. Ma'am, in C++ Pariksha, do that editor has error detection, auto completion like VS Code? No, no, no. It the editor there will only allow you to write the things and delete the things. Okay, it is just like normal notepad. Okay, you are not you will not be able to check that particular that auto completion or auto correction. No. Ma'am, first we need to prepare perfectly for language and then need to start practicing. Yes, this approach is good, and you can do these two things parallel. Okay. Arabhya is saying, sorry to say, but you won't clear cutoff as RC carry only 48 cents is 40 marks to. Um, so that is one of the things. Cutoff is 30, by the way, Arabhya. So if he is able to make it 100%, the accuracy is 100%, there are chances. But again, as I said already, it depends upon the level of accuracy that you are holding. Which concepts of programming to study mostly for DSA and loops? So loops, every loop is important, and for DSA, the most important thing that I'll say is the backtracking with the DA with tree thing is one of the thing, and trees are very important. They are the favorite topic. They have been the favorite topic of SEBI from past 2 years. Every year we get at least one question on the binary tree. They can just change the pattern, which type of like question they want to put on. But definitely trees are there for the 2 years. So special focus to trees. Then if you want to see anything else, you can come to hashing. Hashing is also very important. And then you just need to understand everything. Then oops is introduced newly, so definitely they want people to get tested on oops, so definitely they are going to test you on oops as well. So oops holds a good like a priority. And after that thing, I think practice is the more the thing, which the experience that I have collected from the student from past 3 years, and from the original, like seeing at the paper. See, if the question is directly on binary tree, we need to understand binary tree. But if the question is on IPL team and relatable ranking of the teams, doesn't even give us any like instinct of which approach we should go for. So it's all about the static and the application based thing. So for the algorithm, nothing much, but you should be aware of the traditional methods. And for DSA, trees are most important. Ma'am, I'm comfortable in Java language, but in this course, I think C++ is there. So see, Deshikant, for the phase one, the things were mostly in every language. So once you cover the things in C and C++, there are high chances of covering the programming concepts that were involving pointers. Okay, so that's why it is more in the course. After at all, like this particular thing that we are going to start for the programming only, you will be getting the things there also, like the thing which we created for SEBI phase 2 only. In there, you have functions, and those all functions You can just copy and paste and just change the little syntax, and you can just, the logic will anyhow remain the same and is going to work in all the languages whichever you want to work. So little bit kind of modification will be needed, because there will be something C++ and this, then Java, and then this thing. Then now you have to focus on the concepts, and then you have to practice and practice. Okay. Ma'am, if any candidate who has cleared SEBI IT and willing to answer one hour query about the work culture, etc. So I'll tell you about the work culture and the like social media handles. I'm not I cannot give anybody social media handle at this particular platform. The thing is about the work culture and etc. The work culture at the regulatory bodies is very good, and you get posted to good cities. Like mostly people get posted to Mumbai. All like many of our students are there in Mumbai office only, which is the head office. Okay. Apart from that thing, work culture is good for IT. At least it is light, little light. What is the level of coding in the exam? Level one, level two, or level three? So Dishkant, if you are considering level three as the toughest, so it will be level two and level three. Binary search tree, favorite topic of SEBI, right? Yes. I think for the string and oops, one use Python and they say, how is my strategy? So it's depends. Like if you're going to use Python, it is way easier to handle things in Python. So definitely. And if you're going to use C++ with DSA, because they allow pointers, so it's also good. But for this thing, you need to have two languages in your hand. So if you're comfortable with this thing, definitely the strategy will work. Okay, saying, ma'am, are inbuilt functions in Python allowed in prediction? Yes, they are allowed, but you need to check which all you are using are there or not. So what the thing is like, if they're going to like, as you mentioned, the date and time, the things. So if they want you to solve the particular problem by traditional approach, they will just restrict that particular function. So what you need to do, whenever you are doing, like say, let's say reversal of a string, or let's say creation of a tree, do these two things in the two approaches, one the traditional, and another one using the API support. So if they are not allowing your API support, you can still take the help of the traditional approach. Ma'am, when is so probable date? There is no probable date, and but we are expecting the notification in the initial months of the 2023. Ma'am, in exam, can we write code only, or we can? You have to write the code and you have to run it, and there will be set of test cases against which your code will be tested. You can practice on Parikshak now. There is a demo link for the Parikshak, and you can practice that thing. There is one video on the YouTube channel named by Parikshak Environment. You can just get everything there, which particular link you have to address, and how you have to write the code, and how you have to get the input. All that thing is explained in, I think, minimum 13 to 20 minutes. So you can just check that video. That particular video was made live, I think, more than like 2 or 3 weeks back. You can definitely use Parikshak now. And before the exam, SEBI will also release the Parikshak platform, and you can just study the entire platform from there as well. But the demo Parikshak link is always there, so you can just check it out. Yeah, one extra thing that I think people have not answered questioned about that thing in this particular session. What about the test cases? So the test cases will be there, and for every question, minimum 5 test cases are going to be there, and you need to pass 50% of the test cases for each question in order to submit that particular question for evaluation and to like get marks. Okay, 50% should be correct. You can change it according to your question, Dishkant. There will be again, I'm saying, I have released one. There are actually two videos on Parikshak in our YouTube platform. One particular video is going to give you what were the questions that were asked in the previous year Parikshak thing, and how actually the Parikshak environment is looking. That is as like 95 or 99% to the actual environment. One video on that thing. The other video is on how to use Parikshak. People who are struggling to use Pariksha, how to take the inputs, how to make sure that the things have been passed. Okay, so the second video is on how to use Pariksha. So please utilize those things, and then your most of the doubts will be clear. May I have any option of selecting the languages there, Dishkant? Okay. And can you guide us where we can find previous year question of regulatory body exam, and also can you suggest a book for the same? So Rishabh, currently there is no book for this particular exam as of now. And the second thing is like for the previous year questions. So for 2020 it is on our website, and for 2021 we have the little bit hint, and I will give you that particular thing on to from which topic they have been asked. But the previous year Parisha questions are there with us, and we have released it on our YouTube channel as well. So just utilize those things. For the previous year, there was one thing on the team thing, somehow related to IPL team ranking. The other question was related to the binary search tree. The one question was related to date and time of formats. So these were out of five. These were the three things which were there. Safest attempt in this particular coding exam is like at least attempt 50% of the paper with 50% of the with 100% of the accuracy. Like if I'll say suppose if we stick to this pattern only, I do not know whether the pattern is going to be same or not. Maybe it can change or it may not change. Five, still I think there will be only five questions: 10, 10, 10, 30, and 40. Let's see if they are going to make any changes or not. We'll come to know that thing just 1 week or 10 days before the exam. So 10, 10, 10, and 30 and 40. So if you are going to put your efforts on one particular question, make sure you pass 50% of the test cases right there. If you are finding it difficult to pass 50% of the test cases, please leave that question and attempt next question. For every question which you attempt, please make sure you pass 50% of the test cases at least. Okay, this is the safest thing that you can do in the exam. Ravi is saying, in the exam, do we get to know which is test cases have? No, you cannot know which test cases you have failed. You will just guess Y, or N, N. Y means yes, means test cases has been passed, and N means no, you that means your test cases is not passed. Okay, so you can get Y and N. Like if out of five Y, you are getting three Y and two N, it means three test cases are passed and two are not. So which all are have been failed, that you won't get to know. See, they will give you the input specification, how you have to take the input, and in which format you should give the output. So, what they are going to do in whichever format you are taking the input, they will feed the value for the test cases, and then whatever the output you are giving from your code, they are going to match that thing. And if the things are going to match, then your test cases are passed. Ma'am, what should be the target of score that we should keep in mind while attempting to ensure selection? 50% for every question. For every question. And if you are a good coder, try to attempt a 10 10 10 marker question first, pass 50-50 at least, and then go to if you are confident that all the 10 markers, three questions are 50% correct, it means you are having 15% in your 15 marks in your hand. Then you just need to have more 25 marks. Okay, so for that purpose, what you need to do, you can attempt the 40 marker question, and if you want to get more than six or seven, like 60% there, everything will be in their place. You can just try to attempt four questions out of five in the actual examination. Just try to choose one, just be mentally prepared that you are not going to attempt all the four or five questions there. Attempt only four questions, but decide which all four are very easy to you, in order if you have a priority which will be easy to you to tackle. Okay, so by that manner, if you choose 10, 10, 10, and 40, it will be how much, 70% of the paper. Okay, and if you choose 10, 10, 10, and 30, it will be 60. So you have to be very wise which you are choosing, or 30 or 40. So this is the thing. Even if you attempt four question, including out of this, one of the question must be of 30 or 40 marker. Ma'am, in general, what to do if the Pariksha compiler starts throwing RE like last time? And many candidates said, should we bring it to their attention? Actually, we brought this thing to their attention, and I think they have listened to this thing. That's why they released the notification separately and very early. So I don't think so. This year we are going to have the same kind of problem. We are hopeful that they are going to make it a little bit convenient. Now coming to the compiler start throwing RE. So first you need to check your code. After if you are using anything which is giving you memory leak kind of scenario, or if you have any braces which are like not what I can say, not perfectly closed in the pairs. One thing that usually Parikshak give RE about the compilation thing, extra blank spaces. So if you are having the extra blank spaces, Parikshak is going to give you a compiler error. So please be sure. Again, I will say one video on which I have mentioned how to use Pariksha. Just utilize that video, and in that video, I have talked about some tips. I think only two or three tips are there. And if you utilize those tips properly, you will get less burden in the actual exam. I mean, okay, okay. Now, is DSA same as computer science graduation level? Yeah, it's same. No, no, no need to study operating system for DSA. No. Simple maths. One is the log functions, but I don't think that these kind of difficulty things will be there for DSA thing. So you can just skip that thing. Maths topic, they usually the operations, the normal arithmetic operation, and the exponential function and logarithmic functions. I think that is enough. Ma'am, I have done phase one on borderline. Yeah, you should prepare. See, Akhilesh, there is nothing bad if you take a chance. Okay, there is also no. See, study is not going to harm you in any way. You will study today, it is going to give you benefit tomorrow. Okay, because many times the IT notifications come with a very short span of time uh, to their actual date of examination, and people then start preparing, and then they feel like, okay, we cannot do it. But if you are in a continuous phase of preparation, it will be very good for you all to handle the targets at runtime. So even if you are at borderline, do give it a try. Okay. When the results, when will be the next live class for the registered candidate is going? So it is on Friday. That is second. It's on Friday. That's second, and I'm working on some set of important questions. So paid students will get that question also on the 2nd of September, or before that also, maybe tomorrow. By the time, please keep yourself ready for all the paid students. We are going to code. I'm going to give you an idea of the parikshak also, no? So please do watch the videos which are there in your course, and as well as on the YouTube how to use parikshak. So you will get an idea, fair amount of idea. Okay, and then when we'll be coming in the class and tackle the question, it will be easy for us to maintain communication. Thank you, ma'am. We'll check the Pariksha video of yours. In the meaning, you can please show the Pariksha demo classes specifically for Python. I think Python annotation is important. Actually, yes, it is important. That's why uh, you just go Aragya there and try to write a small piece. Let's say addition. Just try to write something after watching my video. Okay, after watching my video, just go and give it a try. And if there is any problem, do write to us. For the age constraint, I cannot say, because if for the next year the things are not come. But anyhow, you can prepare. I think, Shubham. Thank you, Manikant. I was just very hopeful for those 100 questions. So the concepts were repeated in phase one actual exam. That was great. That happened. Anyway, thank you. Mm, yeah, we'll be having that thing. But please do watch the previous year questions of the Pariksha and the how to use Pariksha thing, so that we do not waste our time in repeating the same old things. Yeah, because we were having an technological shift for our servers. That's why you were having that thing. Okay. Thank you, Ragya. Thank you. I hope it helped you. Pattern in there is any question on pattern? No, no question on pattern. No, Diksha. No question on patterns as of now. No, and I don't think so. There are any chances that they're going to give patterns, because there how you're going to take things like patterns are too old. They fascinate us when we start coding, but when we actually start coding, they are the things which are least encountered in the room. Okay. So I think that was all from my end for today's session. I think many of the doubts are clear, and now the doubts are repeating in nature. So all of you who still have any doubt can watch the record this particular video once it is made live again. So you can utilize that thing to clear your doubt, and we'll bring some set of questions in upcoming days, and also we'll come up with these kinds of sessions so that if you have any kind of doubt, we can have one-on-one conversation. And please do check for that particular offer that we are running currently for the students. And if you do not make it to phase 2, your money will be refunded. So that is one of the great thing that we are going to give you. But this particular offer is valid till phase 1 result only. If you want this thing to happen after phase 1 result, it is not going to happen. Okay. Okay, Jennifer, please do not just ponder your question like this only. I'm continuously reading the chat, but if you will just make a like denial of service, I will not be able to read anybody's here. So please, one thing, one time, okay? Uh, so now, what's the question? Minimum how much to attempt in this thing for safety? Again, Jennifer, I have answered this thing, and it is 50%. Whichever question, at least every like entire paper, you should be done 50%. That is the safest thing. Have they ever given DP question in phase 2? Not directly, but indirectly. Yes, Ravi. Um, okay. Then spamming. Yeah, please do not do that thing, please. Denial of service attack. No problem. I'm see. I do not have any PPT right here. So I'm just reading your charts and giving you. It is just one-on-one, bang on. Okay. So I know Jennifer was quite excited for the particular thing. Okay, I think that was it. And yeah, see you guys till the next time we come alive. Okay. By this time, keep practicing and stay updated.